Now at 6 o'clock, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem's surprise visit to Portland is over. We're going to break down how Secretary Noem spent her day in the city and the talk she had with local leaders coming up in our top story. Plus,
you get half a block away from the ICE headquarters or a block away, and it's just like it always is in Portland, beautiful and peaceful and friendly.
We're also hearing from people who live in South Portland near the ICE facility who say not much has changed in their day-to-day lives amid the commotion around the National Guard. And later,
I think it went pretty well and it was a lot of fun.
That South Carolina chiropractor is talking about adjusting a kangaroo spine. Coming up at 6:45, what went into that patient's adjustment? KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Johnson in for China Green today.
no China Green, but we do have Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis. There they are.
Yes.
Rodney, Chris, what do you say? This is a little out of the ordinary, but what do you say we kick off the hour with some weather and traffic?
We've never done that before. Let's try it. All right. We have another nice day. The big story today is east winds are gone. Light west winds for most of us. And we're going to go from being way above normal back to normal. Normal for us is a temperature in the 60s for this time of the year. Speaking of Portland and Vancouver and Salem. Chinook Woods Casino Resort camera, good visibility, partly cloudy skies to the beach from Lincoln City, 55 degrees. Good visibility in downtown Portland as well. We have partly cloudy skies as we look from the Wells Fargo building. 53 is the number. To the bus stop we go. Some of you are in the 40s, but it's not terribly chilly this morning. On average, out the door at the bus stop, about 50, 60 at noon, and instead of being way up in the 70s when the kids get out of school, we'll be about 65 degrees. Here's Chris.
Rod, thank you for that. Let's get you out the door. We'll start off with, I'll give you 4 different vantage points here. Where should we go? Where should we go? There's I-5 out of Clark County. There's I-5 from Wilsonville. Let's take you over to the Sunset. This is live outside the Vista Ridge Tunnel. The eastbound commute definitely getting busier, guys, from our last check, but so far, we are rolling along at a speed limit clip, so no major freeway trouble out there just yet. We'll keep you posted.
Chris. Our coverage from outside the city's ICE facility begins with this map of South Portland. Our crew is about a block away from where they've set up the past couple of mornings, and that's because the facility, the ICE facility, has been blocked off by police since U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem paid her visit to Portland yesterday.
That's right. Secretary Noem says she expects both the city and state to provide more help in protecting the ICE facility and its workers. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us live now near the ICE facility. Now, Thomas, are you seeing a larger police presence this morning?
Well, Corey, we're seeing a police presence, which is something we weren't seeing for mornings previous to today. Our nightside crews also saw Oregon State Police out here last night. I'm going to step off camera and show you what we're seeing here. You can see those police cars blocking the roadway here. That's Bancroft Street here in South Portland. This is something new. We haven't seen that before. This police tape is also relatively new. It went up yesterday around 10:30. When we first learned that Secretary Noem was visiting the area, blocking off around a block area from the ICE building. Noem arrived to Portland Tuesday morning and toured the ICE facility following months of protest. She didn't hold a media availability, but KGW's Kyle Aboshi caught up with her inside a private terminal of the Portland airport when she arrived.
Secretary, what do you hope to accomplish by visiting Portland today?
We hope to have peace and secure some partnerships that will keep our officers safe and allow us to enforce federal law.
Do you have any interest in speaking to Portlanders for an objective view of the situation here?
We believe the president has the right to keep every single citizen safe.
After touring the ICE facility, Noem met with local law enforcement, including Portland Police Chief Bob Day.
I told them what we wanted. We wanted more security here at the building, a bigger buffer zone to keep our officers safe. We wanted to have their streets opened up again and not let the anarchists run this city anymore. That we would ask them to continue to back us up like we've been asking for instead of what they've been doing the last several months, which is just leaving our officers hang out to dry.
We did speak.
I lost him. And Chief Bob Day also saying in that press conference later that he wouldn't disclose any changes being made to Portland police policy, although he does say he's open to bringing in more officers to the area. That's something that he's clearly done out here, at least overnight. He also says that communication is a big step toward solving differences here.
So, Thomas, we know Secretary Noem met with Chief Day. We heard his comments, but what about the mayor? Did Secretary Noem meet with Mayor Wilson?
Yeah, Drew, she says that she did, and she was disappointed, she says, in that meeting. She said that Mayor Wilson is, quote, playing politics and didn't agree to any changes off the bat. She says she is expecting a response from him later today. We reached out to Mayor Wilson about that as well, and he says something that he's been saying for a couple of weeks here, that he believes Portland can handle these protests on their own without any help from federal agencies. He also says that some of the tactics he's heard from federal agents he finds troubling and possibly unconstitutional. Guys?
All right, Thomas, live for us there in South Portland this morning. Thank you. Well, Secretary Noem also met with Oregon Governor Tina Kotek for roughly 20 minutes. Governor Kotek says they talked about the situation at the ICE facility and that she reiterated to the secretary that it's contained to a block around the building. Here's how she summed it up.
I think it was professional and cordial. I mean, she's a former governor, so she knows what my job is. We're trying to talk to each other as people who have to make decisions and keep people safe, and I thought it was a good conversation.
Also expressed concerns about the use of tear gas by federal agents protecting the building, which has impacted people who live nearby.
Governor Kotek is also pushing for the demobilization of Oregon National Guard troops. The 200 members of the Guard who are currently at Camp Withicum in Happy Valley are under federal control, so the governor made her request to demobilize to the Pentagon, pointing to the temporary restraining order from a federal judge that currently blocks troops from deployment to Portland. Tomorrow morning, a federal appeals court is set to hear a motion by the Trump administration to put a hold on that restraining order.
And while Secretary Noem was in town, she says she was there as federal agents took a man into custody. Noem says he was in the country illegally and previously convicted of sex crimes. It's work Secretary Noem says protesters and local leaders are getting in the way of. The department also released a list of 10 people it says are in the country illegally that ICE recently arrested in Portland. They include those convicted of drug and weapons charges, sex abuse, assault, burglary, and a homicide warrant. In a statement, DHS said, quote, "These are the heinous criminals Antifa domestic terrorists are trying to obstruct law enforcement from removing from our communities." Meanwhile, immigrant advocates say ICE agents have also arrested migrants without a criminal history or those with only minor traffic violations, adding that in some cases they were showing up to the court hearings related to their immigration status. Now make sure to stay with KGW for the latest updates surrounding Portland's ICE facility and the National Guard. Make sure to look for those latest updates on KGW.com, on our mobile app, and on our free TV app, KGW+.
All right, take a look at this new video that came into our newsroom about 45 minutes ago. It shows the massive fire that broke out late last night and is still burning this morning at Pacific Coast Shredding. It's a metal shredding facility at the Port of Vancouver. Viewers were calling us and sending messages to the newsroom saying that they could smell this fire from miles away. We reached out to Vancouver Fire for more information, but so far we don't know what caused it or if anyone's been hurt. Meanwhile, some Kaiser Permanente workers are holding an informational picket later tonight ahead of a 5-day strike next week. The Oregon Federation of Nurses and Health Professionals represents nearly 7,000 nurses and health professionals in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Their union says it's most concerned about staffing levels and working conditions. So today's picket will be at the Kaiser Interstate South Medical Office over on North Interstate Avenue. It starts at 5 p.m. The strike is set to start next Tuesday at 7 and will end the following Sunday.
That song makes me want to do this with my hands. It's officially spooky season, and a paranormal convention in Illinois pulled out all the stops over the weekend. The haunted Annabelle doll, which inspired the movie The Conjuring, has made an appearance. Now, her appearance comes after her handler suddenly died at a different event with the doll over the summer. Despite this, some paranormal fans were very excited to see Annabelle in person.
For me, changing the way you paracom, but coming up with it, it's giving me goosebumps now. It's happened and it's exceeded my wildest dreams.
Now, I have, like, what is it, goosebumps as well. Just thinking about that, I wouldn't want to see it. I'm sorry.
Rod,
Yes.
You want to see someone who's brave in action?
Yes.
You're looking at him right there, Mr. Rodney Hill. I mean, you're not scared by that, right, Rod?
Well, no. I am caught by the phrase "the doll's handler." I think you said past, which makes the doll sound very human.
Like
right?
it could do some damage if not handled properly.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You might be onto something there, Rod.
I am, wimp is the only word that comes to mind, so that's one I'm going to use. But when it comes to scary movies, my wife will tell you, I grab her, I jump all over her. It's not pretty. All right, here's a big batch of cool weather sitting out in the Pacific. We are now feeding off of this. So gone are the 70s. Here returning are the 60s. We do have a dry day today, and then we still open up the shower chances starting tomorrow. But for today, no weather-related issues whatsoever. And no marine push either so far. We're just seeing partly cloudy skies. Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, 55 degrees there, good visibility. Partly cloudy over downtown Portland from our Rose City Cam. We're at 53 out at the airport, but it's mostly 40s from Tiger and then out into Washington County. Forest Grove, good morning, 49 for you. Up in Battleground, holding in the 50s. Oregon City, good morning, one of the cooler spots this morning at 47. There's Dallas at 44. Corvallis is the cool spot regionally at 43 this morning. Good looking day. Gone are the east winds. Most of us will see a light west wind. The gorge winds will be west to like 10 to 20, some gusts to 25 today. So breezy, but not really windy. 66 in the Dows at 5 o'clock. I think you folks have a chance to hit 70 for a high today. And it will be 70s again in Bend and 70s out east. But the big drop in temperature here on the west side. Yesterday, Portland was 79. Today, 66. Or maybe I'm too warm. Maybe it's more like 64. Shower chances start tomorrow. Lots of dry time expected. Showers more likely and widespread and often on Friday. Rain at times over the weekend. The rain or showers continues Monday. Right now I have a dry day on Tuesday. Chris has a traffic alert.
Yeah, Rod, thank you for that. We pick it up on the west side, 217 northbound. All three lanes are blocked right now near the Walker Road exit, which is right there on the right-hand side of your screen. You can see TVF&R on the scene, a lot of flashing lights and traffic right now at this point on northbound. 217 is trickling by kind of through the exit lane and then getting around this. So traffic is starting to build. I'm working to get more details on the extent of any injuries or anything, but obviously a big situation here going on 217 northbound. At this point, traffic getting by. We'll see how long that's the case. And guys, I'll keep you posted.